Attention, spooks and spookettes. It is time for part 2 of our Boris Karloff retrospect. Tonight's film is a very rare film, and I doubt that many Karloff fans have ever heard of it. It's called The Bells. Karloff made this film in 1926, 5 years before his big breakout role in Frankenstein. As you can see by this film, this movie would foreshadow his future career in horror films. He is not the star of this picture, but he does have a pretty big supporting role next to Lionel Barrymore, who is, of course, Drew Barrymore's great uncle. The film is an adaptation of an Edgar Allan Poe poem of the same name. The poem was adapted into a story about a man named Matthias, who lives in the town of Alastia. He is Alastia's innkeeper, mill owner, and next potential burgermeister, or mayor. However, Matthias is not running on a platform. Instead, he is buying votes by bribing people, which makes him fall deeper and deeper into debt. And just like any great thriller, Matthias decides to pay off his debt by killing off a traveling merchant and stealing all of his money. Apparently, nobody had ever heard of a bank before this point. So, after this point, Matthias is haunted by images of the merchant, and he constantly hears the sound of bells, because the merchant was clasping on some sleigh bells before Matthias killed him. And of course, he is pursued by the Mesmerist, played by Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff, he does a fantastic job in this film, and he looks very sinister, which is kind of strange if you think about it, because, well, he is sort of the good guy. I mean, he does offer his Mesmerist services to help the merchant's brother in finding the killer, and of course his prime suspect is Matthias. He's psychic, it makes sense. Oh, did I mention that this was a silent film? Yes, unfortunately the only drawback about this film is that we don't get to hear Karloff's signature voice, but he does a fantastic job nonetheless. The Bells is available for purchase at Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com. It will make a great Christmas present for all of you Karloff fans out there, and for movie buffs in general, really. Well, that will do it for part 2. Be sure to join me for part 3 next week as I review one of Karloff's greatest films, The Body Snatcher. Until then, remember, as far as things go when things go bump in the night, there are such things.